The Dominion chamber floated at the center of a vast artificial void where stars were, projected as symbols of authority rather than light. The chamber had been designed to humble visitors. Platforms rose and fell at uneven heights. Gravity shifted subtly. Air chemistry changed by the step. Every species that entered the Dominion learned fear before learning protocol. The humans entered without hesitation. Alex walked first. His stride was even. His shoulders were relaxed. His eyes moved across the chamber with calm attention rather than awe. Behind him came Mira and Tomas and Red and several others in dark uniforms with no medals displayed. They did not look upward at the towering seats of the Dominion Council. They did not pause to adjust to the shifting gravity. They simply walked forward until they reached the central ring and stopped. Observers noticed something unsettling. The humans did not tense. They did not flinch. The Dominion Council had ruled known space for nearly 8,000 cycles. Its members represented species that had conquered stars long before humanity learned to shape metal. The Council was used to fear. Fear was expected. Fear was the first language spoken in the chamber. Silence followed the human arrival. Counselor Vesh shifted in his elevated seat. His kind had exoskeletal crests that flared when asserting dominance. His crest rose high now, casting layered shadows across the floor. "You stand before the Dominion unshielded," Vesh said. "Do you understand where you are?" Alex inclined his head slightly. "We do." Murmurs rippled through the chamber. The translator fields caught the subtle shifts in tone and posture. No signs of submission were detected. No signs of panic. Counselor Halem leaned forward. Halem belonged to a species that measured strength through bioelectric output. Sensors flickered as they scanned the humans. "Your species has been cataloged as young," Halem said. "Young species show instinctive response to authority zones. Elevated heart rate. Stress markers. Defensive posture." Myra spoke this time. Her voice was steady. "We have authority zones of our own." That answer caused immeasurable disturbance. Data feeds spiked. Counselors adjusted their positions. The Dominion had summoned humanity after observing rapid expansion. Human ships had crossed contested regions without request. Human stations had appeared near borders long considered absolute. Most concerning of all was the absence of ritual compliance. Humans did not bow. Humans did not request patronage. Humans did not ask permission. The Dominion had decided to correct this. Vesh extended a limb. A field shimmered into existence around the humans. It was a pressure field designed to simulate the crushing gravity of conquered worlds. It had broken ambassadors before. Bones bent. Lungs collapsed. Minds fractured. Alex felt the pressure increase. He adjusted his stance slightly. Reed rolled his shoulders once. Mira exhaled slowly. None of them fell. Sensors screamed confusion. The field was at full output. "You will kneel," Vesh said. Alex looked up then. His gaze met Vesh directly. No, the word was not shouted. It was not defiant in tone. It was simply stated. Counselor Halem emitted a crackling pulse. "Explain." Alex gestured calmly. "Your field is strong. We respect that. We have trained under stronger." The pressure increased again. Microfractures appeared in the chamber floor. Energy reserves dipped. Still, the humans stood. The Dominion had underestimated something fundamental. Humanity had not survived by being the strongest species. It had survived by enduring environments that killed stronger creatures. High-gravity worlds. Radiation storms. Extreme climates. Long isolation. Constant internal conflict. Humans had adapted not by dominating every threat, but by refusing to break. The Dominion field was designed to overwhelm. It was not designed to persist against endurance. Minutes passed. Vesh withdrew the field abruptly. Enough. The chamber buzzed with restrained alarm. Records would later show this was the first time a Dominion pressure field had been voluntarily disengaged during a submission trial. "You test us," Vesh said. "That is unwise." Mira tilted her head. "We are being tested." We responded. Counselor Halem exchanged signals with other members. Private channels flooded with rapid assessment. They do not display fear, one signal noted. They do not display arrogance either, another replied. Alex continued. We did not come to challenge your authority. We came because you summoned us. We stood because we will not kneel. The distinction unsettled the council more than open hostility would have. Vesh narrowed his gaze. Then you misunderstand the Dominion. Alex shook his head once. No, we understand it very well. He gestured toward the vast chamber. You rule through control, through pressure, through inherited dominance. It has worked for you. Tomas stepped forward slightly. Not aggressively, simply present. It would not work on us. The words carried weight because they were not exaggerated. Counselor Hallam asked the question many had avoided. Why? Mira answered. Because we have lived under worse. Images appeared in the chamber as human archives were released. Collapsing cities rebuilt, ships lost between stars with crews surviving years beyond expected limits. Wars that scarred planets yet ended with treaties rather than extinction. Environmental disasters turned into adaptation cycles. The Dominion saw a pattern they did not fully understand. Humanity did not avoid suffering. Humanity absorbed it and moved forward. You should fear us, Vesh, said finally. Alex replied quietly. We learned long ago that fear is not a foundation. It cracks. Silence returned. This time, it was heavy. The Dominion Council faced a dilemma. To crush humanity would require escalation. Escalation carried risk. The humans had not threatened. They had not boasted. They had simply stood and refused to bend. Hallam addressed the chamber. What do you seek? Alex did not hesitate. Recognition. She hissed softly. You already exist within our records. It's not that kind, Myra said. We seek acknowledgement as equals. The chamber erupted. Equal status had never been granted to a species without conquest or submission. You have not earned such standing, Vesh said. Reed spoke for the first time. His voice was calm but carried an edge shaped by long experience. Neither did you when your ancestors first left their gravity wells. The statement was factual. Historical data confirmed it. The Dominion prided itself on precedent. Humans had just invoked it. Counselor Hallam raised a limb for silence. If we deny you, Alex nodded, then we will continue as we are. And if we oppose you, Tomas met Hallam's gaze, then we will endure. That word echoed. Endure. The Dominion understood conquest. It understood annihilation. It did not fully understand endurance as a strategy. Internal debate stretched across long moments. Calculations ran. Projections shifted. Every outcome that involved forcing humanity showed unacceptable variables. Not defeat, uncertainty. Vesh finally spoke again. His crest lowered slightly. A subtle sign of concession. The Dominion does not bend, he said, Alex responded. Neither do we. The difference was that Alex smiled faintly. Not in mockery. In reassurance. Hallam concluded the session. The Dominion will recognize humanity as an autonomous power. Further negotiations will follow. The words stunned the chamber. Alex inclined his head once more. That is acceptable. Humans turned and walked out as they had. Entered, calm, upright, unbroken. After they were gone, the council remained. Silent records would later mark this moment as the first voluntary expansion of the Dominion without force. Analysts would struggle to define what had changed. The truth was simple. For the first time, the Dominion had met a species that did not flinch.